right, here we go. Jimmy Mataya, Ozzie Reynolds in the booth, 2019 Swanee. Fach Garcia, Mike Hutcheson.
Well, my pleasure to be here with you, Ozzie, for the Jay Swanson Memorial. This is going to be a shoot-'em-up tournament, this tournament. We got Fach, am I pronouncing that right? Fach Garcia?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, and Mike Hutcheson. Fach Garcia over there dressed in the American flag. He looks like one of the New England Patriots. He come here to rumble.
It's probably not a good time to bring up the Patriots, Jimmy.
Oh, well, everybody's got to have a little fun sometimes, I guess, and we'll leave it at that.
So Fach, from what I understand, is from California, very strong player. Mike Hutcheson is a local Las Vegas player, also a strong player. This should be a tight match.
Yeah, their Fargo ratings are very similar, so it's pretty much like you say, it's a pick-'em match. I understand you're playing a race to 8 on the winner's side and a race to 7 on the loser's side, double elimination.
That is correct.
Okay. We got Las Vegas Hutcheson here versus California Garcia. Okay, nice shot there. Nice cue ball control with the safety there.
I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors, as you can see across the top. JB Cases, Predator, Griff's, Simona's Cloth, and Discount Custom Apparel.
Yeah, a special thank you to all those people for being a part of this magnificent event. Nice hit on the 1 ball. Yeah, we got action here. I mean, we are rocking and rolling here at the Jay Swanson Memorial, and what a nice place to have this event here at Griff's Pool Room here on Decatur Boulevard in Viva Las Wages. One of the really nice pool rooms in the country today. Mark Griffin, who took this place over, it was Pool Sharks originally, owned by Hall of Famer Lou Butera and my good friend Joe Canella here in Las Vegas. And Mark Griffin decided to take over the pool room and remodeled the whole place. Must have spent 50, 60 million remodeling this place. It's a beautiful place, I want to tell you. Got excellent food here and got money games, tournament games, leagues, you name it. Griff's Pool Room is becoming one of the top-notch places in America to play pool.
And lots of events are going to be held here in 2019, which we'll talk about during the course of this match.
Yeah, Las Vegas, in my opinion, Ozzie, is it's becoming the capital of pool in the pool world in the United States. I mean, it doesn't get any better than Las Vegas.
Well, Mike lost his cue ball a little bit here.
He is hooked. That is for sure.
You know what I like about Mike the best?
What's that?
His hair.
His hair? He has one of those 1970 hairdos, hippie hairdos, only without the hair. We have a full field here, I take it, Ozzie, 64 players.
We had a full field pretty early and a waiting list. A few players had to pull out for personal reasons, and a few people on the waiting list got in, and a few people on the waiting list did not get in. So when we do this next year, anybody listening that wants to play, don't wait. This will fill up very, very quickly.
Yeah, I don't notice too many tournaments anymore where it's not a full field, you know. They fill it up pretty quick.
Looks like he's going to cut this in the side.
Nice shot.
Nice touch. Shot. Nice touch.
Nice shot. Going to play the 7 ball in the same pocket.
Did you notice what's written on Fach's shirt?
Hooked. Hooked. Obviously, he gets hooked a lot.
Or he's hooked on pool, one or the other.
There you go.
It looks like he's hooked on running out right now.
He's in good shape to win this game. Going to take the magic rack off the table. There you go.
All right, he pockets that ball with no problem. Takes a 1-0 lead.
1-0 Patriots over the Las Vegas Raiders. Rocking and a rolling here at Griff's.
All right, as you can see, folks, on the screen, we've got an awesome event coming up in July during the BCA Pool League World Championships. We're proud as CSI, we're proud to host the Predator World 10-Ball Championship, July 22 through 26. That is a 100,000 added World Championship event, 64 players. Most of those players will get in by invite only through the WPA rankings and the WPA member federations. There will be a few qualifiers, so go to world10ball.com to learn more, and we're back with Fach breaking.
Now that particular tournament you just talked about, I take it that's on a big table?
It certainly is, 9-foot tables.
Okay.
The type of tables have not yet been determined, but we should know that relatively soon.
Nowadays you don't know because they have so many major tournaments on the bar table. A lot of big tournaments on the bar tables nowadays. You didn't ever see that back in the day, but this is a new day, and we play a lot of bar table action. Well, hooked is hooked here, Ozzy. And when you're rolling out, you got to try to find a place to roll out where it's a 50-50 whether your opponent wants to take the shot or not. It looks like he's going to kick at this ball. Take a little roll of the dice there.
Not a bad roll, not a great roll. I can't quite tell from this angle if Mike can slice and dice this two ball in the corner.
It's a makeable shot, but a very difficult shot. Thin to win. I think he's going to play safe here. He might try to duck behind the 3 ball. And that's what he's going to do. Nice shot. Good speed.
A little unfortunate there, but that's
Yeah.
what happens when you kick out of a safety.
Yeah. In the world of dice, we call that a 7-out. 7-out line away. This is the 23rd annual Jay Swanson Memorial.
Did you know Jay Swanson?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. How could you play 9-ball and not know a guy like Jay Swanson? We will talk a little bit about him.
I never had the pleasure, but I've heard plenty of stories.
Well, I had the distinct pleasure of playing him a couple of times. I'm originally from Michigan, but many, many years ago, used to keep hearing about this guy, a guy named Jay Swanson from San Diego. I said, San Diego? Now, wait a minute, where is that? It's down in the southwestern part of the country. If you go any more southwest, you'll be in the ocean, okay? I kept hearing about this guy, Jay Swanson. And And I said, well, there must be something to this guy. You just don't keep hearing a guy's name for no reason. Well, eventually I had the opportunity to play him in a tournament. And, you know, I'm going to bear down on this guy. Let's face it, I've been hearing this guy's name and never saw him play. Didn't know what he looked like. Didn't know anything about him other than his name. So we were playing a tournament, a race to 11. And I was, you know, playing good pool at the time. So we're racing to 11. I got him 5-1. Well, needless to say, I signed the loser's sheet, okay? They told me, this guy's a good player. And I said, no, this guy is a very good player. Had him 5-1, and he just smoked me after that. So I couldn't wait to play him again. And sure enough, about a year or two later, here we go. We're at a tournament down south somewhere. And I had won my first couple matches. Jay had won his first two. So now we're going to play each other again. And I was looking forward to it. And I was feeling good, trust me. I mean, I was zoomed in. I was completely ready to go because now I could see what he was capable of doing. So now I'm really going to bear down on him, okay? Well, we're playing a race to 11. He's got me 10-9. I managed to win the 20th game. We're on the hill, 10-10, and it's my break. So you got to say, well, advantage me. I got the break. Well, to make a long story short, I signed the loser's side again. And I said, this guy is very, very good. I mean, that's Jay Swanson, boy, I would tell you. And I'll tell you one of the things I liked about Jay Swanson. I mean, I've played all the great 9-ball players in the world for the last 1,000 years. I played them all. The thing that I admired about Jay Swanson, not only was he a terrific shot maker, which you got to be to play the game of 9-ball, let's face it, you got to be a shot maker, and he was. And he knew how to play the game. But the thing that I noticed about him compared to a lot of the other top 9-ball players, when he was playing his best, boy, he could just park that cue ball on a dime. I mean, his cue ball control was very, very impressive, you know, and that's what I really admired about his game. He could really handle that rock.
So Mike Hutcheson just tied this match up 1-1.
And amazingly enough, if you just saw the shot that Garcia just missed on a 9, I'm sure he's a little bit sick about that.
Now this one's exciting on the screen, Jimmy. May 24th through June 1st, we're going to have 3 U.S. Open events right here at Griff's. The U.S. Open Bank Pool, the U.S. Open Straight Pool, and U.S. Open One Pocket. 10,000 added to each event. And the all-around champion gets an invitation to the Predator World 10-Ball Championship.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, in the straight pool division, do you know how many points they're going to be going to?
Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot to remember all these events.
You got to know these things.
I believe stage 1, which is double elimination to the final 16 players, is 125 points. And stage 2, which is single elimination with the final 16, is a race to 150.
Well, I'll tell you something, Ozzy. Speaking about all-around championships, approximately a month and a half ago, we lost a great player, a great all-around player, in Eddie Kelly, who passed away, unfortunately, about a month and a half ago. Just an outstanding all-around player. I played him for the World's All-Around Championship in 1971 in Los Angeles, and I could not handle him. His all-around play was magnificent, one of the best all-around players I ever saw play, Eddie Kelly. And him, like Jay Swanson, was a left-handed player. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, I've never seen a bad left-handed player. It's like they have some sort of an advantage on the right-handed players. Now, can you explain that to me? I don't get it.
I don't know. You know, lefties are good at a lot of things, it seems like.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, in the world of pocket billiards, I've never seen a bad left-handed player. They ought to bar southpaws, okay?
Well, I'll tell you what, a little bit later we'll get on the table and I'll switch to left-handed just so you can see someone that's bad.
Nah, no fair, no fair. I've had enough of lefties in my lifetime.
All right, Mike has a touchy little shot here on the 2. He didn't make it look touchy, did he?
No, look at this. Even look where he parked the Snowball. Maybe, no, he got robbed.
No reward.
Got robbed. And boy, is he stuck in the jungle here. I don't know if maybe make that 8 ball on the side. I don't know. I don't think so. He's going to kick across the table and hope to get lucky. Is about all you can do when you're in a situation like this. Nice shot. Nice shot.
That could have been way worse, huh?
Oh, that was a very nice shot. Very nice shot. Now Garcia's in a little bit of a problem here.
You see the back of his shirt, Jimmy? When he leans over.
Oh, what's that say?
With the Fach.
What the botch? Talking about Fach Garcia from California. Ooh,
that ball was going.
Yeah, it was. It was going in. The cue ball kissed him out.
These pockets are 4 1/8. No, I'm sorry, 4 1/4.
Yeah, these are not slot buckets. You got to hit the hole pretty decent to pocket balls on this table. It's definitely not a slot box.
All right, just a reminder, we got your 2019 Swanee shirts over here on table 1. Go see Chris over there. And Joe over here, Joe's cue repair back here by the back door.
Yeah, that's typically the way to shoot that shot, but you're running away from the 5 ball.
Well, you always have to shoot a shot the way that you're comfortable. If you try to shoot shots that you're not comfortable with, you're not going to come out smelling like a rose. That's for sure. Sometimes you have to shoot a shot maybe backwards, so to say, but at least you're still at the table. And that's the important thing. And there you go, Ozzie, with how tight these pockets are. I thought he hit that ball well.
On standard pockets, that would have probably went.
Yeah. Yeah, well, these are not slop buckets, that's for sure.
Oh, got away from him a bit.
Yes, it did. Table's got a little bit of speed to it.
Oh, he'll look up in the air and shake his head a bit and try to figure out a solution.
Yeah. He's got the right logo on his shirt, hooked. And that he is. I don't know. What do you do here, Ozzie? You take out the jump cue or what?
Well, I would. I think the position of the 9 ball makes the jump easier than the kick. Typically, if I'm kicking this ball, I'd want to come 3 rails behind. But the 9 ball, I think, is in the way of that.
You'd like to come 3 rails. I take it you're a 3-cushion billiards player. Is that
No.
Is that it? You're a Scarney of the rails, 3 cushions?
I'm just very used to being out of line.
I try to point that out to amateur players quite a few times. You know, get yourself a book on 3-cushion billiards. It's going to help your game tremendously. I've known some of the great all-around players from past years, people like Harold Worth, people like Boston Shorty. They were 3-cushion billiard champions. You take a guy like Efren Reyes, he's a world-class 3-cushion billiards player. So when you go to playing guys like that, you get into a defensive battle, you're at a big disadvantage going against a guy that knows how to play 3-cushion billiards. So I always stress the point to amateur players, get yourself a book on 3 cushions. It's a great game to learn. It will help your game tremendously, especially with these rules, Ozzie, where you get ball in hand, you know, if you don't hit the ball. You got to know something about 3-cushion billiards. Nice shot there.
It is a nice shot. I was thinking if he was going to be offensive there that he might want to smack it harder and try to come around 4 rails.
You're exactly right. There you go again with the 4 rails and the 5 rails. 3-cushion billiard player you are. I never knew that. Talking to Ozzie Reynolds, the owner, the head honcho of CSI, CueSports International. The guy seems to know his stuff. 3-cushion billiard player. I always thought you were a 9-ball player.
I've always thought I wasn't much of an anything player.
I've seen you play. You hit the ball pretty good.
It's a good shot from Mike. And it turns out he was right and I was wrong, because now he's got pretty much a chip shot.
This here is a hanger compared to the 8-ball that he just made. That was a very nice shot he made on the 8-ball. He hit it dead center too. This guy plays with an open hand bridge. Beware of people that play with an open hand bridge. Warning, warning, warning. Most of them come from England, okay? Snooker players that play with that open hand bridge. Yeah, look out for those guys. Very dangerous players.
All right, so Mike goes up 2-1 over Fach Garcia. Here's another event we are really, really excited about, Jimmy. We are partnering with the World Pool Billiard Association, the WPA. The WPA is conducting the Wpa Players Championship right here at Griff's, April 12 through 19. And we're going to get back to the action and talk a little bit more about this one during the next break in the action.
Sounds to me like you got some major tournaments coming up month after month after month here this spring and summer.
2019 is going to be insane in Las Vegas, especially for us at CSI.
Well, I've always said that Las Vegas is one of the most popular places in the country, if not the world, for pool. They've always loved pool in Las Vegas, Nevada. I first came out here in 1966, and it was no different than it is now. You always had great players around town, a lot of champion players, world champions who come from all over the world to live in this town, and it's just a very, very popular town for pool. I don't think you could find a city in the United States that's more popular for pool than Las Vegas.
You know, I had a good view of Fach down on that stroke, and I like to look at people's expression while they're playing. He looks to me like he's a little upset with himself, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out and play at a faster pace and be a little more offensive.
He is waltzing that Snowball around right now, pretty sporty. Talking about Fach Garcia from California.
Well, their rack didn't take long, Jimmy.
No, they're loosening up. They're loosening up.
2-2, Mike Hutcheson versus Fach Garcia. Now let's talk about this event. Hopefully Mike will take a little bit to rack here. The WPA Players Championship, April 12 through 19, right here at Griff's. This is a 64-player field, 50,000 added. 48 of these players are going to be selected by the WPA rankings and member federation. The other 16 are going to get in through qualifiers that we're also going to hold here at Griff's. And we're going to go back to this, go back to the action, and we'll talk a little bit more about these qualifiers in just a few minutes.
Now that's a 9-ball event, right, Ozzie?
That's correct.
And do you know what the race will be to?
Yes. So the qualifiers is technically stage 1 of the event. The race for that is single elimination race to 5. Right here at Griff's, April 12, 13, 14, and 15. 4 qualifiers, 1 per day, 96 player max. here's the interesting part. The $250 entry fee to Stage 1 qualifiers gets you 4 shots. So you get to play in all 4 qualifiers. The top 4 from every qualifier get into Stage 2, the 50,000 added event.
And that's a race to 5 single elimination.
Correct.
Not much room for error when you're playing a race to 5. The pressure is on. And I mean, it's on every game. Okay, nice safety shot there by Mike Hutcheson. This is not an easy ball to hit, Ozzy. It may be for you because you're a 3-cushion billiard whiz, but we're going to see what...
This is pretty much what I leave myself after every shot.
We're going to see what Fach knows about 3 cushions right here. This is not an easy hit.
I think I can't quite tell if the 9-ball takes away the 1-rail kick. If it does, there's a real touchy 2-rail kick here.
Yep, you hit it on the head, possible 2 rails.
The nice thing about 2 rails is if you hit the left side of, he's not going that way. But
He's
if you
go 2 rails.
That's a nice hit. That's not the one I was thinking of.
He's a billiard player. Yeah, very nice shot. That was the 2-railer I was thinking of. You was thinking of a different one?
I was.
Uh-huh.
Mine was probably totally wrong.
Now I'm beginning to wonder, can I beat you playing 3 cushions or no? I guess not. You seem to know something there I didn't know. And here's a fortunate miss. A fortunate miss by Mike Hutcheson.
I'd like to give a shout out to our production crew. We've got Vincent Rochefort, all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio. And we've got Tyler Reynolds, his assistant, all the way from Las Vegas.
And behind me, I have Jimmy Moore, son of Hall of Fame pool player Cowboy Jimmy Moore. He has come over to check out the action here behind the booth. Talking about the Cowboy's son, Hall of Famer Cowboy Jimmy Moore. This is Jimmy Moore Jr., who's been in Las Vegas for about 2,000 years.
At least.
Interesting shot here. You got to watch it. It's not a push shot. He's just going. He's going to try to hook him. Beautiful shot. Nice shot.
That's the right shot.
That was a nice shot.
Mike is a very, very good player.
Well, I tell you, he had a 1-ball there straight in. I'm surprised that he wouldn't go for it. Nice shot, though. Nice snooker. This is about all Garcia has been looking at is snookered. But meanwhile, he's been kicking like a mule. He's been hitting the ball pretty good. You're going to have to put some hot mustard on this cue ball to hit that one. I can tell you that right now. He's in a bad situation here, Ozzy. Got to jack up, got to masse it a little bit. Going to try to come 2 rails. 1, 2. He is smoking with his, oh, this guy is really kicking the ball good, Fach Garcia. He knows a little something about 3 cushions, I can tell you that right now.
I think Michael probably kick this in off the rail. The question is going to be, will the cue ball come out for the 3? You have to kind of punch into that ball. You can't just roll it. Needed just a little masse on that ball.
I think he may have taken that shot for granted.
Yeah.
You know, Might have taken that one for granted. Fach is having a little bit of problems with his speed on this table. The table's rolling a little faster than he thinks it should roll, and he's all right with this ball in the side, but the position now is going to be a little more difficult for the 4-ball. He's going to have to shoot long shot here. Not an easy shot on these tables.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. That looks like a dead hanger on the screen, but 4 1/4 pockets. It is amazing how much different the pocket looks between 4 1/2 and 4 1/4.
Everything looks easy from up here, Ozzy. A little different story when you're down there under the heat.
A little strong, but he'll take it.
He has a tough out here. I mean, when you take a look at where the 6 is and where the 7 is and the position that he has on the 5-ball,
This is touchy. I mean,
this is a tough out.
he's probably going to try to roll forward with just a little bit of outside English, and he needs to come right between the 9 and the 6. And it looks like he's not doing that, maybe?
I don't know. This is a touchy out here. I mean, this is no easy out.
Yeah, he took the shot and hit it well. Problem is he's straight in now. Now the 7-ball is going to be more difficult.
About all you can do here is draw your cue ball off, you know, get it off the rail, try to cut the 7-ball down in the corner. If you try to do something too fancy on shots like this, you end up missing the ball. Now, even if you can't get pinpoint position, the main thing is you're still at the table. And that's of utmost importance to stay at the table. Your opponent is completely helpless when he's over there sitting in a chair. So you've got to make this ball. Don't miss this ball trying to do something fancy with the cue ball, which I've seen people do a lot of times. No, he hit it the same way, the exact way I would have hit it. You know, just try to come off a little bit off the rail, and not that the 7-ball is going to be an easy shot, but at least you're still at the table and you have a decent shot at the 7.
He was trying to cheat the pocket just a touch.
Well, you can't cheat these pockets.
And yes, he found out pretty quickly you can't cheat these.
Okay, nice shot there, very nice. I would just stick it right there and play the 8 down in the corner. Looks like he can just stop right there and be straight in on the 8. He wants to try to play it in the side, I think. I would have just stopped it and take my chances straight in on the 8. I think he wanted to come back just a little bit and play the 8 in the side.
I think the tight pockets changes your normal position. On this table, I might have selected the side as well. Well, he made that look easy, and he goes up 3-2. So, the WPA Players Championship that we were talking about a few minutes ago. 48 players are invited from the World Pool Billiard Association and their member federations. The only other way to get in that event is to finish in the top 4 of one of the 4 qualifiers that will be held here at Griff's April 12, 13, 14, and 15. $250 entry fee, and you can play in all 4 qualifiers. And you don't have to win the qualifier, you have to finish in the top 4. And you're in the WPA Players Championship, which is $50,000 added. 96 player limit on these qualifiers. You can register at playcsipool.com. Don't wait, they're going to fill up fast. Last I checked, we had 10 or 12 entries. We've got players from Vietnam, Greece, Poland, USA, obviously. So don't wait. If you want a chance to get into WPA Players Championship, go to playcsipool.com. Register today.
Wow, sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun, I can tell you that. And that's what pool is. Pool's a lot of fun. You know, I mean, it's just fun to play, Ozzy, regardless of whether you win or you lose. I mean, it's a fun game to play. You know, just like going out and playing golf with your buddies, or going to the bowling alley, or even a dart league, anything like that. I mean, it's just a lot of fun.
You got that right, Jimmy. And the first person to register for those qualifiers was a guy named Ozzy Reynolds. Because for $250 to play in 4 individual tournaments right here in my hometown, it's a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah, a lot of fun. Hit it too good. Hit it too good. Tough roll there for Mike Hutcheson.
Yeah. But you know, that's why we play races to 8 rather than 2. The luck and the bad luck sort of goes both ways most of the time. That didn't really seem necessary.
He's all right on this shot. It's almost completely straight in. He shouldn't have any problem with this.
Nice angle here. Oh.
He's having problems a little bit with the speed of this table.
Cut this aside.
No, no.
No, he's left Mike Hutcheson a difficult shot here, no question about it.
Yeah, there's nothing easy about this.
He is not the favorite to make this shot. Might call it maybe 50-50, but it's a difficult shot. Got tight little pockets. His cue ball is a little bit off the rail there, so it'll be close, but who knows, 50-50.
What a nice shot.
Yeah, he said, I'll take those 50-50 shots. Nice shot there by Mike Hutcheson. Ties up the match with Fach Garcia 3-3 and a race to 8. What other pool tournaments we got going on, Ozzy? Anything else?
Oh, we got lots going on.
We are rocking and rolling. Here we go with the U.S. Open. Tell us a little bit about that, Ozzy.
2 more U.S. Opens hosted by CueSports International right here at Griff's. August 8 through 13. It's the U.S. Open 8-ball and the U.S. Open 10-ball back-to-back. And again, Jimmy, the all-around champion from these 2 events will get an invitation into the 2020 Predator World 10-ball Championship, which again is $100,000 added.
Beautiful.
Players, you must play in both of these events to be eligible for the all-around champion.
solid break there by Hutcheson. He pocketed the ball on the break. Has a decent shot on the one with an excellent opportunity to get position on the two.
Mike's playing pretty solid right now.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there. I mean, it looked fairly simple, but no, it wasn't a fairly simple shot. You know, it was a nice shot. Got good position there on the two.
So he'll likely just back this up, come off 2 rails. No, he didn't.
He don't want to get up over the 6 ball. And he almost, it would have been a very difficult shot if he'd have frozen on top of the 6.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's handling things so far, but it seems like he's getting just a little more out of line and a little more and a little more, and usually that just catches up with you after 3 or 4 shots. And it started with, you know, not that I'm a world's greatest pool player or anything, but that 2 ball he shot, if he puts low left English and backs it up 2 rails, he's coming into the angle of the 4 ball. So he makes another nice shot. All right, now this is a little touchy.
Yeah, it is. He wants to play the 7 ball and the 8 ball into the same pocket.
And he doesn't have a lot of angle to work with to get that cue ball over there.
He got a little bit straight on this. He's going to have to power this shot or perhaps draw it. Perhaps try to draw it over there, go just beyond the 9 ball. I think he's going to punch it. Yeah, there's the punch. He's in trouble now. I mean, this is a tough out from here. There's no question about that. It's the type of shot you have to roll the cue ball, Ozzy. I don't like rolling the cue ball. I'm always worried about the table rolling off or something. I like balls that you can hit with a little bit of force. I don't like to roll the ball, especially on a shot like this.
Yeah, you've either got to roll this or hit it with a lot of force.
See, he doesn't know which one he wants to do. You got to figure out which one is the most comfortable for you.
Boy, what a shot that was.
Yeah, it was. And look at that. I can't believe he scratched on that shot.
Now, not to toot my own horn, Jimmy, but he got a little out of line, a little more out of line, a little more out of line, and it caught him on the 8 ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I didn't think that the angle that he had, he would come back and scratch down there in the corner. I think he got a real tough break there. I can't believe that ball scratched. Made a very nice shot.
Players out there in Cyberland, May 24th through June 1st, we have 3 U.S. Opens. These fields are limited to just 48 players. The first 48 that register are in. It's 30,000 added. The all-around champion gets an invitation to the $100,000 added Predator World 10-Ball Championship. Register right now. PlayCSIPool.com. Not tomorrow, not the next day. Register now.
There giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars here at Griff's. You're going to force me to make a comeback, Ozzy. I mean, I got to get my guns out of the closet. You know, they're giving away hundreds of thousands like it's cotton candy or something. I got to make a comeback, pal. We are rocking and rolling here at Griff's. Tell you a little something about Griff's. Before it was Griff's, it was called Pool Sharks. And a good friend of mine, Hall of Famer Lou Machine Gun Butera, and another good friend of mine, Joe Canella, owned the pool room here until Mark Griffin decided to take over. So, yeah, it was quite a place, Pool Sharks. Been around, this pool room has been around for years and years and years.
It was a pretty cool place, but in my opinion, it is spectacular now.
Oh, there's no question about it. The guy added $40 million to remodeling in this place. And they got action in here. I want to tell you, I don't care if you're looking for a tournament, looking for a league, looking for a money game, you name it, they got it here. I mean, they got it. Poker players come in here, they play like 30, 40 million a game. Forget about it. Talk about let's play some pool. Well, you come to Griff's, you're going to play some pool.
No $100 games here.
Play 100 a game in here, you get thrown out of the joint for loitering. I mean, to tell you.
Jimmy, I've told you 1 billion times not to exaggerate.
I tell it like it is, my friend.
That worked out well.
Yeah, it did. I believe he's got a straight-in shot there on a 4-ball. Don't have to do nothing with the cue ball. 5 balls right there in the side pocket. He's going to jack up. He's going to jack up, make this shot a little more difficult. Okay, nice shot, nice shot.
On that rail is tough.
He doesn't like the angle on this shot, but this is just a touch shot here. Speed is the utmost importance here, and it looks like he hit it very well, very well. Okay. Got a good close match going here, Ozzy. Fach Garcia with a 4-3 lead, but Mike Hutcheson looking to tie things up right here.
Okay, 5:30 matches. On table 27, Jason Mary versus Dan Kuykendall. And on table 26, Joe Delio versus Mark Manalo. Table 26, Mark Manalo, Joe Delio.
Oh, great news. I play again at 10:30 tonight.
You're in the tournament here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck to you. I was wondering when he was going to remove the magic rack there. This shot's a little more difficult than it looks. Yeah, he knows it too. This is not a hanger. You know, it's a decent shot here.
Oh,
There you go. I told you that shot was not a hanger. That was a game that he was in charge right there. He was looking to tie it up 4-4, but they just gave the game to Hutcheson. They got the wrong score up there. Should be 5-3 Garcia.
yep. We'll get that corrected in just a second.
Yeah, Lou Butera and Joe Canella who owned Pool Sharks. Lou Butera, Hall of Fame player, Machine Gun Lou. I'll tell you what, one time there in World Championship play, straight pool, 150 points. Lou ran 150 and out, and I believe it was 17 minutes, Ozzy.
Wow.
17 minutes. Now, that's a record that I don't think will ever be broken. 150 and out, 17 minutes. Come on, guy. What are you kidding me or something? Talking about the late, great Lou Butera. Joe Canella now is in the liquor business. He has a bottle of booze out now called Canella's. It is a cinnamon cordial. And I've had some of it. Boy, it's good. He's fixing to open up another distillery there in Reno to make his product. He already has one in California, and he's doing quite well with it. It's called Canella's, a cinnamon cordial. So all the luck to Joe Canella. He's a great guy, loves pool more than he does his wife, I think.
Nice shot by Mike there.
Now, would you baby this ball into the corner pocket, Ozzy, or would you like to go back and forth?
Back and forth, absolutely.
Okay. Just going to be testing you as we go along here. I'm learning some three-cushion billiard knowledge from you. Right down, bang and bang, and this might not be any good. This might not be, well, I think he can make the three ball in the corner.
Yeah.
But meanwhile,
I don't know. Jimmy just feels the same kind of way, you know, little out of line, little out of line.
this is not going to be easy to get position on the four.
No. He had a pretty nice layout there, and all of a sudden it's not so nice.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble here, trying to get back up to play the four in the side pocket. I don't think he's going to try to draw this ball. I don't know about this. Well,
He sees something that I don't see.
yeah, I don't see it either. I mean, he wants to try to play this four in the side pocket, but I'm going to tell you what, it's a paper-thin cut right here. I mean, he has to really, really thin this ball to make this ball. Unless you maybe want to play it off the six ball. Play it off the six.
I think the six is too deep up the table. Well, I was completely wrong.
I got you that time, Oz. Play it off the six. Nice shot.
That was a very nice shot. This will test your stroke.
Yeah. These are the type of shots you miss because you're trying to get pinpoint on the seven ball. And there you go. Those are the kind of shots that I'm telling you, when you got a shot, you cannot miss balls trying to get pinpoint perfect on the next shot. It's just, you know, you're going to give away your trip to the table. You must pocket them balls. You cannot try to do something fancy with shots like that because you're going to find yourself missing the ball a lot of times. Nice shot. The seven was no bargain. Made a nice shot with the seven. Got perfect position on the eight.
Beautiful position there. Well, rolled a little hard, but he should be okay.
Yeah, he should be able to make this. Okay, we got Amy Kane on our outside here, bringing us the jugs of water. Later on, we'll be having the jugs of Bud Light, okay? But until then, We'll sit here, enjoy the match, drink some water. I haven't had a glass of water in 18 years. Thank you, Amy. Talking with Miss Amy Kane, I'd like to especially thank her and Mr. Mark Griffin, Mr. Ozzie Reynolds for inviting me to be a part of the show, the Jay Swanson Memorial, the 23rd annual Jay Swanson Memorial. And we are rocking and rolling right here at Griff's. And we are not here to be in sorrow, shall we say, of the passing of Jay Swanson. We are here to celebrate his life and have a good time. Talk a little bit about Jay Swanson, the man from San Diego. They called him Swanee, Ozzie. They called him Swanee. And I used to say to myself, who is this guy they call Swanee from San Diego? And I'll tell you what, after playing him a couple of times, I have my own nickname for Jay Swanson. And I'm going to give you a little hint, a little trivia for you, Ozzie. Whoever can guess the real nickname of Jay Swanson gets free pool here at Griff's for a total of 1 year. Compliments of Mark Griffin. We thank him very much. Now, what was the nickname that pretty boy Floyd had for Jay Swanson? I will give you one little hint, and we will give you the answer later on in the show. There was an old television series, Ozzie, back in the 1970s, okay? A television series. After watching that series, I said, that is Jay Swanson. What was the name of that television series? We'll give you time to think about it. Anybody can come up with that answer. You got free pool here at Griff's for a total of 1 year. We're talking about Swanee's real nickname. We'll get back with that a little later.
Meanwhile, Fach looks like he doesn't have a care in the world, and he's practicing in his basement.
He's pocketing balls very well. He's had a few problems handling the cue ball. He's having a little problem with the speed of the table. The table's fairly quick. Perhaps he's used to playing on a table that's just a pinch slower. But he's pocketing balls very well, no question about that. He's waltzing that snowball around, Ozzie.
All right, and he is on the hill, 7-3 over Mike Hutcheson.
7-3, starting to make it look easy, Oz. It looked like this was a match that might go down to the hill. Not so anymore. It's looking like a runaway freight train in the name of Fach Garcia.
At the conclusion of this match, we'll take a short break, and we'll be back with another match. We're going to be here until, 10:30-ish. Pacific time. This is not a bad layout here, Jimmy.
Well, the one ball is a little bit on the difficult side. You got to worry about hitting a 8 ball here. Of course, he's fortunate that the 2 ball is very close to the corner. Yeah, here comes down. Here he is. He's hitting the 8. This is not an easy shot now, Ozzie. Trust me. He's going to be jacked up over the 8. He's got to hit the 2 very, very thin. He's going to have to let his cue ball fly all over the joint. Who knows where that's going to stop, but who cares? You got to pocket the ball. You can't, on shots like this, you can't worry about where the cue ball is going to go. You got to try to make the 2, and that's going to be tough enough.
Well, he did that.
Yeah, and he's got another tough one on the 3, but at least he's, see, the important thing is he's still at the table. He didn't try to do something real fancy to get on it. You know, you got to pocket the ball. You're still at the table. You still have the option to run out. You still have the option to play a safety. And that's another thing I try to stress to players. Don't think because you're playing 9-ball that you have to run out every time you shoot. Not going to happen. Defense is very important. Defense can win you a lot of games. Nice shot.
That is a very nice shot.
Nice shot. Now, he doesn't have anything here, but at least he's still at the table. Well, I guess he does have a shot. He's got a 4-ball down there in the corner, and it's not going to be an easy shot. Not going to be easy to get position on the 5. But he's still at the table, and that's the important thing. Nice shot.
Well, he's really stroking the ball, Will.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing on a bar table or something. I mean, this guy is getting loose. Fach Garcia. He is making some good shots, I will tell you that. Another nice shot.
This should just about do it. It would almost take an earthquake from here.
He is in the driver's seat, no question, but I've seen stranger things happen. Seen stranger things happen.
Now, he pocketed the ball, but I'm a little surprised that he came over that far. No problem, right down the center, and that'll do it. Fach Garcia wins 8-3 over Mike Hutcheson. He's still on the winner's side. Mike Hutcheson will go to the one-loss side.
The American flag is still on the winner's side.
Before we depart, Jimmy, let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Okay. We got JB Cues, we got Predator Cues, we got Griff's, Simonis Cloth, the greatest cloth there is, and we have, what do we have over there, Ozzy? I can't quite see it. Discount Custom Apparel.
That's correct.
We thank all those people for being a part of the Jay Swanson Memorial. Thank you very much.
All right, and here they are. We have Simonis Cloth, the official cloth of CueSports International. We have Predator Cues, the official cue and glove of CueSports International. JB Cases, the official case of CueSports International. And we have Discount Custom Apparel, the official apparel of CueSports International. Support the companies that support you.
Got some great sponsors out there. We're happy to have them to be a part of this show. Absolutely.
Jimmy, it was a pleasure. We'll take a break, and folks out there in Cyberland will be back shortly with another match.